My name is Lincoln Carpenter at Archway Cicero. I'm in 5th grade. My favorite subjects are math and poetry.
Hi, my name is Lincoln Carpenter, and I will be performing The Trees Are Down by Charlotte Mew.
I had this tree I climbed all the time, and I came back a few days later after I almost finished climbing it, and it was cut down.
They are cutting down the great plane trees at the end of the gardens. For days there has been the grate of the saw.
We all know the poem now very, very well. He would practice daily.
I practiced with my mom, my dad, and Miss Stefaniak. When the bard competition was around, she would help me with my punctuation and my expressions.
It is not for a moment the spring is unmade today. These were great trees. It was in them from root to stem.
I walked up, my legs were shaking, but I was so excited to get up there and start performing. I was like, I gotta do this, but I'm really nervous.
But all day I heard an angel crying, hurt not the trees.
I felt like, was this good enough? Did somebody beat me? Did I do it or not?
I could see him crossing his fingers, sitting in his chair. You know, after he did it, and they were deliberating.
But I was like, please let this be good enough.
I think he had a full 20-25% of the audience was there for him, which was pretty incredible.
Of course, my mom, my dad, and my sister. My teacher and her dad, Miss Stefaniak, Mrs. Kay, Mrs. McWilliams, my grandma and grandpa, my other aunt and uncle with their 2 little kids.
And our Bard winner for the Great Hearts Championship of 2022-2023 is Lincoln Carpenter.
I felt like, is this actually happening? My heart just gave like a giant leap. I'm like, I did do it! And I was so happy. I got up from my seat. My legs were no longer feeling like jelly, and I just walked up there, I grabbed the plaque, and I was just so surprised and very proud of myself.
Me and my friend next to me stood up and screamed at the top of our lungs, and we felt really happy that he won.
My husband and I were both crying, and so we all stood up and we cheered, and it was great. We had so many people from the school that came to the campus to support him.
I could barely hear my eardrums after that. They screamed at the top of their lungs.
That night, yeah, I jumped, as high as I could jump in my seat. They announced his name, and we all started screaming. And
I was like, who is doing that? Is that my family? I walked up there, I was all happy, but then I looked to the side by the cameraman, and my uncle came all the way from California, and he's just standing there. I'm like, what? In my face, I'm like, you're here. So I just came off the stage and I'm like, you're here. Thank you so much for coming. So I went over and he gave me a big hug because I won. He's always been there to support me and stuff, and him coming all the way from California meant a lot to me.